McNair is still keeping his eye out for some last minute additions before the season gets here by offering 34-year-old vet Jae Crowder a workout with the Sacramento Kings. Sup guys, so yes, 34-year-old fossil Jae Crowder might potentially be a Sacramento King next season, and honestly, I am all for it as I do believe this is a genius move by McNair as you can get somebody to pick him up on a vet's minimum potentially, bringing somebody with his veteran presence and replacing somebody that we just lost in Harrison Barnes, who, besides DeMar DeRozan, we don't really have any vets on this roster now besides DeMar and Alex Len, and that's pretty much it. So bringing in Jae Crowder is just a no-brainer in my opinion. And he still showcased that he can be a reliable 3-and-D player in today's league, even at his age. But before we get into the rest of the video, welcome back to Kings Digest, channel showcasing all of the upcoming Sacramento Kings news. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, as YouTube is still telling me that 89% of you guys that's watching my videos still aren't yet subscribed. So please subscribe to the channel. Let's try to get the 500 subs before the season gets here. And thank you guys for all of your continued support. It means the world to me. And make sure you hit that bell so you don't miss any of the future content. Now, let's head over in today's report where Sean Cunningham dropped an insane tweet. And it states, according to sources, free agent forward Jae Crowder will be working out with the Sacramento Kings this week. The 34-year-old veteran was with the Bucks last season, and like last month with Isaiah Thomas, Crowder will join roster players in town seeking on-court competition. Now, this is just a no-brainer, as Jae Crowder gets a chance to, you know, be a part of a now, Western Conference threat in the Sacramento Kings, as we are now, we're pretty much pushing for. We're likely gonna be the 5th to 6th seed range, potentially even 4th, but he wants to be a part of a winning franchise again. Like DeMar DeRozan, when he stated in the interview, he wanted to be part of a winning culture, somebody, a culture that is just all about winning, and he decided that the Sacramento Kings was that team for him, and Jae Crowder might be thinking the same and potentially want to be a part of the Sacramento Kings culture as well. And I do believe it would be beneficial for us, as just having somebody, at his caliber, he's not going to be logging a lot of minutes for us, but just to be a veteran presence to help show Keon Ellis what it means to be an elite 3-and-D player in today's league and how to prolong your career and excel in that role, like Jae Crowder has, as he has been a crucial part of plenty of championship rosters, championship contenders, and if he has Keon Ellis to mentor and Devin Carter once he comes back from the injury, I do believe that is just beneficial for them, as they are going to be learning from one of the great NBA 3-and-D role players in the league, somebody who's just excelled at maintaining their role and just not complaining about touches or anything, just doing their role and just doing what they're getting paid to do, and that is just hit the shot whenever you need to and play solid defense. But let's just head over to the rest of the report, as Crowder, who's 34 years old, played with the Milwaukee Bucks for the last 2 seasons. Crowder appeared in 68 games over his 2-season stay, averaging only 6.5 points, 3.4 boards, and 1.5 assists in 22 minutes per game. After getting drafted in the second round in 2012 by the Cleveland Cavaliers, Crowder has spent time with 7 different NBA teams. He's played in 2 separate NBA Finals series, most recently with the Phoenix Suns in 2021, when he was the most experienced player on the team. So just hearing that alone makes me excited to potentially have him join our roster, as he was a part of that 2021 Suns team that fortunately fell to the Bucks, but they did put up a decent fight, and he was the most experienced player on that roster, as I believe he had, 6 playoff wins and or 6 playoff series wins, I believe, and the rest of the Suns players combined had none. I believe at the time. I think I seen a stat about that. I could be wrong, but anyways, that's just insane for him to have that much experience on that roster that went to the finals and put up a fight against the Bucks. That definitely says something about him as a player, as he's just going to be a crucial locker room presence, somebody to help teach the guys, show them the ropes, and just be a reliable, consistent player whenever he does step onto the court. I do think this is no doubt a no-brainer. McNair, I gotta give him props as he is doing it again. He's building such an interesting roster for us next season, and I just can't wait to see how it's all gonna mesh together. But let's head over to the last report for today, as Crowder joins the likes of Isaiah Thomas, Lonnie Walker, and Tony Bradley as players who the Kings have hosted for workouts this summer. The Kings still have one roster spot open, and a veteran forward could be the way to go for Sacramento. Crowder was on a veteran minimum contract last season, meaning the Kings could offer the same, and that would just absolutely be a steal for somebody with his veteran presence and his potential upside. You know, he brings something to our roster that we desperately need, and he would come in and just replace that veteran presence that we lost in Harrison Barnes. Sacramento is gearing up for a return to the playoffs after missing out last season. Trading for DeMar DeRozan and re-signing Malik Monk were two huge moves that need to pay off to guarantee future success for the Kings. In his career, Crowder has played in 115 playoff games. His experience and basketball IQ would come in handy down the final stretch of the 2024-25 season. Crowder plays on winning teams, and the Kings could definitely use some wins. So, like I said, they're pretty much just hitting the nail on the head with that, with what I've been saying. Adding his winning experience and his presence, his veteran presence, and his mentality to our roster is only going to benefit us. And I do believe this is a genius move by McNair, and he's done it again. And who knows, he might shock us some more before the season gets here, as he has been tending to do that this offseason. But anyways, that's all for today's video, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you believe or what you think about this. If you do believe that Jae Crowder could be a great fit for our Sacramento Kings roster, and if you do believe he's going to be a great mentor for the likes of Keon Ellis, Keegan Murray, and Devin Carter when they come back, as in my opinion, they are going to be, or Jae Crowder could be crucial to their defensive development. But anyways, that's all for today's video, guys. Peace out. I'll see you in the next one.